Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to the latest video in the series on assurance cases. Today I want to talk to you about the different pillars of assurance cases: design, build, operate and maintain. There is a fifth, of course. There is the disposal safety case, but we're going to park that for the purpose and the benefit of these discussions. So when we help clients to create safety cases, or if I'm undertaking an independent review, more often than not, I can't qualify that, we will see a safety case that's focused on design, operate, or maintain, or build. And if the relationships between those four pillows, I'm not sleeping on them, if the relationship between those four pillars are known and understood, they're often not explicitly stated and the links aren't clear. Well, why does that matter? Well, let's have a look at what I now refer to my Homer Simpson diagram. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's take a look. So, if you see this relationship here on the screen, you will look at the circles that represent the four pillars of design, build, operate and maintain. And the first thing to mention is that this safety relationship diagram is predicated on hazards, and we've put accidents in really big letters at the bottom because actually if we were measuring the relationships for accidents, then this would actually change perhaps significantly. Now, hazards are mainly realised in operation, but they are also realised during build and in maintenance. And if you see, look at the lines that denote the relationships, the build achieves a safe design, and the hazards, of course, inform the safe design. The platform is built according to the safe design, and the design informs the safe build. And you'll see those relationships of where hazards are realised, where they need to be recovered from, and which pillars informs the other, and which, of course, maintains and mitigates hazards. So hopefully that makes sense. We'll leave this on the screen for a little bit for you to have a look at. But what I will do is in the show notes, I've put all of this and more in my GitHub. So I'll put a link to the PDFs where you could download those, and there's some very brief instructions on the GitHub as well. So have a look about that. Okay, so that is the safety relationships. Now let us consider how we articulate that and how we articulate the interrelationships between those four pillars in a safety case. Now, what we don't see often enough, for my opinion, is an articulation of the argument view. How the disparate legs of your safety case interact with each other. Time for the second diagram, and this is the argumentation view, the argument view. Again, put this is in the link to the GitHub. But if we look at the top of this picture, we'll see the relationship between design, build, operate and maintain, and how one informs the other, what one is built to, where the safety functions are identified in and maintained, where the need to maintain. You'll see a relationship at the top that actually the design work actually informs and identifies the need to maintain the system and part of that system. And as we go down, we start to look at what we call the RCC aspect, the risk, confidence, conformance leg. Now, I'm going to talk about risk, confidence, conformance in a further separate video. But if we look at this, we'll see the risk leg is all about the certain platform being safe to operate. And we have a confidence leg that asserts the confidence in the risk leg and the conformance, so conformance with standards. And what this argument view does is it shows the relationship between hazards and the goals that you will therefore derive and instantiate further in your safety case, and how they help to mitigate the hazards, how design errors are manifest, and how hazards may manifest during operation. And here, if you put this argument view in at the head of your safety case, your reviewers, your stakeholders will be able to clearly see the relationship between your risk, confidence, conformance legs and in your design safety case, and how that relates to the build, operate and maintain. Now, of course, in here, the relationships between the different safety cases are not further instantiated. We've only shown you here the design safety case. But by putting this here, you can see the interrelationships. And actually, this will help you identify and maintain any assumptions you may have with other organisations who are perhaps different to yours, but who may be developing their own aspect of the safety case. And often we have a design organisation and a build organisation, and indeed an operate and maintain organisation. We could have 4 different organisations involved with this holistic safety case. So I hope that's been of use. Very quick canter through the relationships between the 4 main pillars of a safety case, and then how we articulate that in an argumentation or an argument view in the safety case, so everyone understands the relationships and interrelationships and dependencies between the 4 different pillars. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Why? You know why. All the cool kids want to be a safety scientist. Cheers, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye now.